Urgent Kansas City Chiefs fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Kansas City Chiefs updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Chiefs Kingdom! Today, we've got some pretty exciting news that's been buzzing around the NFL circles, and it's definitely something that's caught the attention of many Chiefs fans. But don't worry, we're not just gonna leave you hanging with a tease, we're gonna dive deep into what's happening, what it could mean for the team, and how this could alter the landscape for Kansas City in the upcoming season. So, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for the Chiefs and their championship aspirations. Now, before we get into the specifics, let's set the scene a little. We all know that the Chiefs have been one of the most formidable teams over the last few years. Led by the incredible Patrick Mahomes, who's arguably the best quarterback in the league today, the team has built a roster that's a perfect blend of explosive offense and a stout defense. But even with all that talent, the NFL is a constantly evolving league. Teams are always looking for ways to get better, to add that missing piece, or to reinforce their weaknesses. And this season, one of the areas that's been under scrutiny is the defensive line, especially the pass rush. Kansas City, despite being known for their high-powered offense, has faced criticism at times for not generating enough pressure on opposing quarterbacks consistently. Sure, they have stars like Chris Jones, who's a dominant interior defender, but the edge rush has been an area where they're looking to improve. That's where recent rumors and reports come into play, and folks, they're pretty intriguing. Apparently, there's talk within NFL circles that the Chiefs are exploring the possibility of acquiring a talented young pass rusher, someone who could potentially change the dynamics of their defensive front. And who is it? Well, it's none other than George Karlaftis, the Greek-born edge rusher who's been making waves since his college days at Purdue. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, Karlaftis? Isn't he a member of the Kansas City Chiefs already? Well, yes. George Karlaftis is currently a key piece of the Chiefs roster, and he's been showing flashes of brilliance since he was drafted in 2022. But here's the twist, there are rumors that the Washington Commanders, yes, the team in the NFC East, is seriously interested in trading for him or at least exploring the idea. And this has sent shockwaves through the NFL community because, if true, it hints at some interesting strategic moves that could be happening behind the scenes. Let's take a step back and appreciate what Karlaftis brings to the table. The guy is a pure edge rusher, and he's got a combination of power, quickness, and relentless motor that makes him a nightmare for offensive linemen. In his rookie season, he showed he could get after the quarterback with a handful of sacks, but more than that, he's a disruptive force. His ability to set the edge, contain runs, and create pressure up the middle makes him a versatile threat on defense. He's the kind of player that teams build their pass rush around because of his natural talent and relentless motor. And just to give you some perspective, his college tape was impressive. At Purdue, he was a dominant force, earning All-American honors and showcasing a skill set that NFL scouts drooled over. His combination of quick first step and power at the point of attack made him one of the top edge prospects in the draft class. Now, in his rookie season with the Chiefs, he's shown flashes of that potential, but perhaps the team and its front office see room for growth, and maybe, just maybe, they're open to the idea of trading him for something even greater. So, why would the Chiefs consider trading a player like Karlaftis? Well, that's the big question, isn't it? The Chiefs are a team that's always looking to fine-tune their roster, and they've been known for making bold moves when the opportunity arises. Remember back in 2022, when they traded for Orlando Brown Jr. or made the move to bring in Kadarius Toney? Those moves were calculated risks to push them over the edge. And now, with the NFL offseason in full swing, teams are exploring trades, free agency, and draft strategies to get better. The potential deal with Washington, if it happens, could involve draft picks, other players, or a combination of both. It's a classic NFL chess match, teams trying to find that perfect fit to elevate their chances. For the Chiefs, losing Karlaftis might seem risky at first glance, but if they believe they can upgrade their pass rush with a different player or draft pick, it could be a strategic move to stay ahead of the competition. Another interesting aspect to consider is how this would impact the Chiefs' overall defensive scheme. Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo are known for their innovative defensive strategies, and having a player like Karlaftis, who's still developing but has immense upside, is a huge asset. But if they're contemplating trading him, it suggests they might be eyeing a different type of player, perhaps someone with a different skill set or a more experienced veteran who can provide immediate impact. Now, let's talk about the broader NFL context. The league is more competitive than ever, and teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, San Francisco 49ers, and Buffalo Bills are all investing heavily in their pass rush units. The Chiefs, to keep up, need to make strategic moves. They've already proven they're capable of winning championships despite some defensive vulnerabilities, but adding more firepower on the edge could be the final piece to put them over the top. And this leads us to the big question: what does this mean for the Chiefs moving forward? Well, it's a clear sign that they're not resting on their laurels. They know that if they want to defend their Super Bowl title and keep their dynasty alive, they need to stay aggressive in the offseason. The possible trade for Karlaftis or similar players is part of that mindset, always looking for that edge, always trying to improve. And speaking of the current roster, let's not forget how talented this team already is. Mahomes is at the peak of his powers, and the offensive line has been solid, though there's always room for improvement. The wide receiver core is arguably the best in the league, with Travis Kelce leading the charge. But football is a game of inches, and having a dominant pass rush can change the outcome of every game. It can force turnovers, create sacks, and set the tone on defense, all crucial elements in high-stakes matchups. The Chiefs' front office has shown in the past that they're not afraid to make bold decisions. Remember when they traded Tyreek Hill to Miami? That move shocked many, but it was part of a calculated plan to build a more balanced team. Now, if they're considering trading Karlaftis, it might be for similar reasons, to acquire a veteran or draft pick that better fits their long-term vision. And just imagine the possibilities. A trade that brings in a seasoned pass rusher with playoff experience or a high draft pick to bolster their future. The Chiefs have always been adept at drafting and developing talent, and with their scouting department's track record, they're likely to find the right piece to complement their existing roster. It's this strategic mindset that has made them perennial contenders and Super Bowl champions in recent years. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet. The NFL offseason is filled with rumors, negotiations, and surprises. But what's undeniable is that the Chiefs are actively looking to improve and adapt. The potential acquisition of a player like George Karlaftis by another team, or perhaps even a trade involving him, is something fans need to keep an eye on. It's a reminder that in the NFL, no roster is ever static, and the ability to pivot quickly is what separates good teams from great ones. Now, let's also consider the fan perspective. Chiefs fans are known for their loyalty and passion, and I know many of you have already seen the highlights of Karlaftis' rookie season and are excited about his future. The idea that he could potentially be traded or that there are negotiations happening behind closed doors is both thrilling and nerve-wracking. It's part of the game, though, the constant balancing act of building a team that can compete year after year. And as we look forward to the upcoming season, the expectations are sky-high. The team is hungry, the fans are energized, and the front office is working tirelessly to ensure they're in the best position to defend their title. Whether Karlaftis remains a Chief or gets traded, one thing's for sure: the Chiefs are always in the mix, always pushing, and always aiming for greatness. The NFL landscape is unpredictable, but one thing is certain: the Kansas City Chiefs aren't standing still. So, what do you think, Chiefs fans? Are you excited about the possibility of adding more firepower to the defense? Do you believe Karlaftis is a key piece for the future, or do you see this as a smart move to upgrade the roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your opinions. Remember, we're all part of this incredible Chiefs community, and your voice matters. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and all the latest news so you can stay ahead of the curve. This NFL offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and Kansas City is right in the thick of it. Whether it's trades, draft picks, or free agency signings, the Chiefs are always looking for that edge, and we'll be here to break it all down for you. So stay tuned, Chiefs fans, because the best is yet to come, and the journey to defend that Super Bowl crown is far from over. And now, Kansas City Chiefs fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this situation with George Karlaftis? Do you think he's a player the team should hold on to or a potential trade asset? How do you see this impacting their chances in 2024? Drop your thoughts, your predictions, and your hopes in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chiefs. And keep an eye out for more updates. I'll be back soon with everything you need to know about your favorite team. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Chiefs!